We're up here right now just having a drink before we go to our dinner reservation at 8:30. It is at a place called Borago, and it is one of the top 50 restaurants in the world. Their menu and their pictures of the food that they create is absolutely spectacular, so absolutely looking forward to this experience. It is about 3.5 to 4 hours long. It comes with 17 to 20 something pairings, also with wine. Very relatively inexpensive experience, so very much looking forward to it. I will bring you guys along with me so you guys can kind of experience the whole thing as well.
Pink tomato from Maule. Okay, it's so special. It's so special for us because it's unique in the world. It's so different the other tomatoes. With this, we made all the steps in our menu here in Boragó.
Okay.
It's the star today.
Awesome.
So
These things are humongous.
Yeah, that's
it's so
amazing.
aromatic and the texture is so different.
Okay.
And it smells like fruits. It's very tasty.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So, hello again. My name is Teddy. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Boragó. And this is the first step of the tasting menu. We have a copihue. The copihue is the red flower. Is the national flower of Chile. In the green part, we have herbs and plants from summer. The idea is with your hands, pick up everything and eat all together.
Okay.
With your hands, okay? Inside of the copihue, we have a jam. It's made of with blueberries and the strawberries, and it's a little bit spicy, but it's a salty jam, okay?
Okay.
And this is for your hands later, and the idea is eat all together with your hands, like
Okay.
that.
Very interesting. Good.
11 Armida from the De Martino vineyard.
Okay.
Now we're going to travel within Santiago 1 hour up in the mountains. Not even 3,000 bottle production of Carmener. Carmener is our flagship grape varietal, the most widely planted in Chile, and it concentrates in Central Valley. Alto Maipo has a very specific place called Alto Las Piedras. The best selection of Carmener comes from there. In 2011, a very special vintage.
Okay.
The vineyard molded for 10 years before releasing it. Beautiful aromas of a raspberry preserve, and some pepperiness, smoke, and very silky. And rough finish. I hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay, second course of our menu we call the box.
Okay.
Inside of this box we have a very common sauce from Chile that we call chancho en piedra. It's like the traduction is like a pig on the stone. This sauce is made up with ripe tomatoes, garlic, and chili smashed on the mortar. In this case, we made two versions of this one. This one is like a paste of tomato that the black fruit that is on top. This is a kind of wild apple from the Patagonia.
Okay.
And this one is other version of the same sauce, but also here we have cherry and sea asparagus or samphire that we collect from our coast. With the vine leaf that we have in the middle, the idea is that you make like a taco, putting the both sauce on top on the vine leaf and eat the same way like a taco. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good leaf. That's a really good leaf. Like I could eat a whole bag of these leaves.
So the next presentation, we have poppy flowers.
Okay.
We have 3 poppy flowers. The base is tomato too. We have 3 flavors. We have rhubarb, black truffle, and granado beans.
Okay.
And the idea is pick up, you can eat the stem and the flower. Okay, the best way for start is with the rhubarb, is the flowers.
Okay.
Rhubarb, black truffle, beans.
Okay.
We have Seiku, a Sauvignon Blanc from Chile. Now we're going to travel about 3 hours and a half down south of Santiago, called Chagua. And here we have a skin contact Sauvignon Blanc for 3 months, and then it went on 7 months barrique to age. It's not your typical Sauvignon Blanc, crispy, refreshing, with citrus notes. Here we have a golden caramel color. Sauvignon Blanc with hints of mandarin and roasted pineapple notes on the palate. Very creamy, almost like a Fumé Blanc, Sauvignon Blanc with oak, but a little bit of minerality comes through as well. I hope you enjoy it. Not even 3,000 bottle production.
Fantastic.
Just 1 barrel made.
Wow.
I hope you enjoy.
Thank you.
Of course, we have the first time of the rock sequence. You can see on top it's made of with hevia. It's a type of a squid. In the middle of this, we have a tartara sauce. It's made up with kefir yogurt and radish.
Okay.
Inside of the shellfish, we have pulmay. Okay, pulmay is a typical soup here in Chile. It's made up with mussels and apple. And the idea is pick up the starfish, take a bite, and after that you can pick up the shellfish for you to drink the soup. The idea is bite and sip.
Taste.
With your hand, yes.
Eat the starfish,
Eat the
drink
starfish,
the soup.
drink the soup.
Then drink it, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
From Chile, granita made with tomato and the first production of Chilean caviar. Please, I'm going to ask you, each one of you take 1 oyster and put in your plate.
Okay. I love oysters.
Open it, please. Okay, as you can see, we have 2 parts in this oyster.
Okay.
My recommendation is to start with the granita, the part with the eyes,
Okay.
because the oyster is in the bottom. So if you want, you can do it directly from the shell, including the eyes, because it's made with tomato, so it's completely edible.
Okay.
And then use your spoon to scrape the caviar and the piece.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you.
This is our version of creme brulee.
Okay.
It's an ice brulee. It's inspired in the mariscal, a traditional Chilean broth made with seafood, onions, coriander, and lemon juice. In this case, we have clams and Chilean clams. In the top are dry ceviche and chauras, or wild apples from Patagonia, those pink fruits. So my recommendation is take your spoon, smash the glass of ice as a creme brulee, go to the bottom, and mix all the ingredients.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
The root of the cochayuyo. Okay, this one has seaweed, but this is the root of this. It's called pulte in Mapuche language. With this, we made a broth for the next step.
Okay.
We have the wine to go with our next course.
Okay.
2021 Grenache Decal, because it's soil. It has lots of calcium concentrations in it, calcareous, very mineral. Now we travel to the north, very close to the Atacama Desert, a town called Ovalle. Produces this very lifestyle refined Grenache. Beautiful aromas of pink peppercorn, dry rose petals, and caramelization of cherries and strawberries on the palate.
Okay.
Very creamy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Please enjoy.
How's everything going before?
So far,
Fantastic.
amazing. Yeah.
Guys, this is the last part of the rock sequence, and we have some seaweeds that we finished in the hot embers, some rock plants too, and we finished with a broth that we create with a seaweed called cochayuyo. In this broth, you're going to find some notes similar to the soy sauce.
Okay.
The big difference is that here we don't have fermentation or salt, and the seaweed really concentrated. The best way to try it is to combine the seaweed with the broth, and not the green pan that's all over the plate, please.
Okay.
Enjoy it?
I'll take it.
The typical bread of the south of Chile in the Chiloé island. The name of this bread is milcao. Milcao it's made with potato and normally is fried, but in this case we use the technique we call al rescoldo. The milcao is cooking in the below part of the hot ashes and finally in the hot grill. In the small plate we have a kefir butter, it's a little acidic, so the mix with the milcao is the perfect combination. The idea is to eat it pick it up the milcao from the basket, put it in the plate, put the carefree butter in the top of the milcao, and eat it in bites.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In 2017, now we travel to Itata. This is the birthplace of wine in Chile. Now we go back to 500 years. Back in the days, they didn't vinify Cabernet Sauvignon, Carmener, Merlot, Pinot Noir, those international varietals. Here we had varietals that are very old. They've been here for more than 500 years. País, Sanso, Carignan, a few white varietals like Corinto or Chacelas, and also Semillon, and Moscatel as well. Here we have Sanso, Rosé, 2017, aged for 10 months in stainless steel to develop with its lees, and then bottled fresh to save it for 5 years before releasing it. Not even 850 bottles production, very small. Just to see how the rosé evolves through the years. Creamy notes of marzipan, toasted walnuts, and a roasted red apple notes. I want to pair beautifully our first main course of the evening. So for this, 2017.
Excuse me, sir. So the next course is one of the two main courses of the night. This is the lobster from Juan Fernandez Island in the south of Chile. The lobster cooked inside an algae. This algae is cochayuyo. You remember the dish of the broth? Yes, with the root. Yes, it's the same algae, but it's other part of the algae. This part of the algae we call bladder because it's like a pocket of air. The lobster is cooking inside with a sauce that we made with a giant squid. The name is Hivia.
Oh my god.
So the area, the special of the seaweed is the walls. It's like a spongy or honeycomb. The area is with a spoon, scrap the algae, put air in the sauce and the flavor of the seaweed in the sauce. Finally, it's like a cream and put this in the top of the lobster. The second part, the green part in the top is spinach, treated like a seaweed. The petals is from cappuccino flower. In the below part, we have a savory pressure cream of sea carrots. Sea carrots is other type of seaweed of Chile. We call sea carrots because it's like a real carrot. Yes. But the flavor is very different. Water of the pink tomato from the Maule roasted and pasture green of saffron. The idea is take the piece of the lobster with a sauce, put it in the top of the spinach, and taste together at the same time. All in your plate is eatable. If you want more sauce, with the spoon, scrap the algae and put the sauce in the top of the lobster. Thank you so much.
Wine for savory dishes. 2015, Vic from Millahue. Now we travel to the south of Santiago, about 2 hours to 2 hours and a half. A beautiful valley that is surrounded by forest, and a single gentleman bought 5,000 hectares that he only planted 300 of them, and the rest of the land a preservation of the ecosystem that surrounds the vineyards. Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, 2 years of Bordeaux barrels. Luscious, velvety, beautiful are flavors of dark berries, blueberries, caramelizations, hint of smoke, and added chocolate notes at the end. Big 2015 from Millahue.
Perfecto.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
So this
is the main course. We have Patagonian lamb with fig puree in the upper part of the tree. The branch is edible, you can pick up with your hands. It's made with kefir yogurt and flour, and under the lamb we have a black truffle puree, or Chilean truffle. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Elqui Valley, about 6 hours to the north. Here we have Moscatel Rosada, the grape varietal. Moscatel is one of the most planted grape varietals in the north because we produce a lot of pisco. Pisco is our national spirit. Find only in 2 regions.
Piscos.
Limari and Huasco.
Pisco sour.
Very nice. So this is the same grape varietal that they use to make pisco. We also have some piscos available for you if you'd like to after dessert, but they're not your typical pisco for pisco sours, more like a bourbon type, brandy, cognac.
Okay.
Well, this is the first dessert of the menu. We go to the coast of Chile. Every week with our team in the kitchen, we go to the beach to forage for different kind of algae, flowers, and rock plants. In this case, we have a dessert inspired by a rock plant called sea strawberry. The sea strawberry, it's called sea strawberry because it smells like strawberries. It tastes like strawberries, but it's not sweet, it's savory. It's the base for the dessert that you have in front, in which you will find the core of these rock plants. We use their skins to create a sauce, and on top of them we place caramelized algae. Tonight we decided to serve it inside of a honeydew melon that has been treated during a whole month as if it was a camembert cheese. I recommend you to use your spoons to first try the content of the dessert by itself, and then use it to scrape the white walls, so you can mix the content with the meat of the melon that you will find underneath. Okay. Enjoy.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Well, with the next 2 desserts, we're going to move ourselves to the north of Chile, to the desert of Atacama, the most arid desert of the planet. From that part of our country, we brought Rica Rica. Rica Rica is the name of a bush that grows only in the highest part of this desert. We use it to create an ice cream that we place inside of a squash blossom. And the best way to enjoy it is to just pick up this flower up with your hands and eat it completely as if the flower was like the ice cream cone. Once you finish it, the idea is to go to this preparation inspired by the flight of the butterfly. Inside of the butterflies we have a semifredo or a parfait made of rose of the year. That's a rose that only blossoms once a year in the flowery desert, also in the north of our country. The idea for this one is to use both hands to lift the butterfly by the body, the bottom part, and then fold the wings downwards. They will break, but don't worry, that's the idea. In this way you will make a smaller bite out of it, so you can try every part of the butterfly combined. Okay. Enjoy.
So I eat this.
Okay.
Oh no, mine's dropping. Okay. Kind of bitter.
Okay, to continue now, we're going to travel at the forest to the Araucanía region. We have a small recreation of this guy. Its name is loyo. It's an ancient mushroom that grows in that area, and we have represented there in a caramelized loyo ice cream that is the part of the head of the mushroom. Okay. The stem is made with roasted seaweed, and inside of him you will find a maqui cream. Maqui is a wild fruit that grows around this type of mushroom in the south. Okay. To eat it, we can pick it up the mushroom from the trunk and eat it in 2 or 3 bites.
Okay.
Awesome. Enjoy.
2 or 3 bites.
Thank you.
Huh?